All right, is anyone back? I apologize. The Wi-Fi is definitely tricky today. Typically, it's been so good all weekend. Not the Wi-Fi, the internet. I'm hard lined in, so I typically don't have problems. Hi, guys. Sorry. Oh, talk about stressful, right? I'm so sorry that we lost you guys. You guys are watching the 2026 Olhausen Iron City Invitational number 5. I missed you guys so much while our internet completely went bye-bye. Um, I hate to say this. Thanks everyone for tuning back in. I it can be frustrating at times. Now we've been really fortunate all day yesterday. Our internet was so good, and we were really fortunate. We made it through yesterday pretty unscathed. Today, we've dropped the internet a couple different times, so I apologize in advance if we have some problems. I'm hoping on Sunday we basically kick everyone that's in here off the Wi-Fi or the internet. Yeah, so that we don't have these problems, but I can't promise anything. It's satellite here, and it's very difficult. Okay, there you have it. The score is 3-3. Now it's 4-3 in favor of Margaret Fefalova-Steyer. I would not be surprised. Hold on just a second. All right, so beast mode took a break, of course, right? I just get the internet back up. Brianna's going to take a break. Guys, let's see. What can I get us into? What can I get us? Let's talk about the live scores real quick. All right, these are the scores around the room. Monica Webb up 4-2 over Spain. Sylvia Lopez. Tracy Hardy's 2-1 over Jessica Barnes. Mello and Chang are 2-2. Kathy McDaniels up 4-1 over the Croatian sensation Angela Janik. Veronique is on the hill over the Rhinestone at the moment. And Susan Williams, the Tsunami, and the Iron Maiden, Ada Leo, are tied at 3. While the ladies are taking their break, guys, I'm going to spin it to the room view. Let you guys check it out. This is what's happening in the room, and I'll be back with you as soon as the players come back. All right, thanks for tuning in. This is Lonnie Fox-Raymond, and you're watching WPBA Billiards on YouTube. All right, what's up, folks? Sorry, guys. I had to step away. I took a break when the girls took a break, or the ladies. Um, Primarily because I had to go locate some ibuprofen or leave or something because I woke up with a little bit of a headache this morning. And of course, the more I'm in front of the screen, the worse the headache will get. So I know that's coming. It's kind of part of the trade. And I wanted to go get something. Try to clear it up. I do have to play next round, so hoping. Oh, Mike Owens. Yeah, we reset. Sorry about that, bud. Yeah, the Wi-Fi, uh, it's not even Wi-Fi. We're connected hardline, so um, it's satellite internet here, which is, let me just be clear. If it snows or the wind blows, we could drop service. I'm just letting everyone know. It is very possible. I think a lot of you were probably here a couple years ago when we had the flashing cameras. So, yeah. All right. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Margaret's up 4-3. Let's get back into this match. Looking good on the 7. She may have fallen actually a little straighter than I think she probably wanted. She's going to go forward. Maybe try to take away some of the angle here. Yeah. Well played. She doesn't want to end up with no cue ball. All right, so that worked out. Little tap on the point there. Got her back out and away from the rail. All right, with this 9 ball, she's going to extend her lead by 2. And I do believe that's the biggest lead of the match for her. So there we have it. 5-3, race to 8. So it's a 5-3 race too for one of them to win. Brianna's got work to do. This is an alternate break format, but we know we've seen it a million times here at the WPBA. If there's a momentum shift, it could happen pretty quickly. It may happen now. We'll see. Usually it's around the 6-7 game mark. What are some of the matches going on? How's it gone since we took our break? Monica Webb and Sylvia Lopez are tied at 4s. Tracy Hardy's taken a lead over Jessica Barnes 3-1. Mello and Chang are sitting at 3 still. Kathy McDaniel still 4-1 up over the Croatian sensation. And Susan Williams takes the lead over the Iron Maiden Ada Leo 4-3. Brianna Miller is breaking. Let's go. Misses the wing, misses the 1. Margaret has no clean look at the 1. She could push. She absolutely could push. She could also jump this. The 1's pretty close to the pocket. She's trying to decide, is the risk worth the reward? She'll probably push. All the winners here pay back to back at 2 o'clock. No? Yeah, she's definitely pushing. Patricia Pfeffinator. Uh, I'm not all the way mad if she chooses just to roll this. Roll it, bank it up to the left long rail, and leave the cue ball under the pink. It's, you know, she may leak it out some, but there's not a lot of great options if it does leak out, as long as she doesn't put it in front of the side pocket. I mean, there's also a chance to go. She could spin it in like that. Try to get a little fortunate. And she did get a little fortunate. She left Margaret queuing probably pretty awkwardly over the two. Doesn't mean that she can't make the ball, but she'll have to shorten up her advanced strokes. Shooting over a ball like that. Now watch, she'll shorten up. She'll come at it with little bitty baby strokes. She'll pull back in it. I like the way that Margaret lines these shots up, but you see her strokes get very small. Tiny little strokes. It's a very hard place to shoot from, and everyone's got a little bit different technique, but Margaret, I like that. She aims over the ball and then pulls back and elevates. It's kind of interesting. It's definitely her own thing, her own rhythm. I don't think anything's wrong with it. There is a shot clock. Everyone was asking in the chat, 40 seconds, 40-second extension per rack, 60 seconds after the break. And then if they were to, by some chance, go hill, 7-7 in this race to 8, then they would get an extra extension. All right, so that does leak out. Now, I think it went far enough past the side pocket that it really didn't leave Margaret much. I don't know that there's an offensive shot here. She could bank it 2 rails, even 3, and try to get it on the other side of the pink. Oh, she could make it. Oh, good shot. She was a lot straighter than I thought. She can use the 7-8 to hold the cue if she'd like. She doesn't really need to, though. I think that combination goes and makes them quite easy. But she may, just to not have to slow up her stroke at all. Yeah. It's not too bad. She may have to accept a bit longer shot on the pink right here. Yeah, you can see her lining up. I think she fell flat on the 3. Yes, she has. So she may have to accept a long shot. She'll just roll this forward. I don't know if she can put enough on it to really get into it. Yeah, she's just going to accept it. Right, going for the 5-9 combo. Taking an early win here. Hello, Shelly Jones in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. All right, the score is 6-3. Steyer in the lead with a 3-rack lead on Brianna Miller. And breaking. Margaret will be breaking. I have a lot of respect for Margaret. Her work ethic is second to none. Um, you never see her hanging out at the tournaments, partying, or anything like that. She's always like a consummate professional from start to finish. I do like that about her. She takes her job very, very seriously, and it shows. And she's just such a good player. And I absolutely love her new jerseys. They do have those jerseys if you guys like them as well. You're always welcome to go to Big Family Custom Creations Game On Gear. That is her apparel sponsor, as well as Brianna's. So if you like either of their jerseys, I'm sure that Marie and Nate can get you hooked up. All right, so Margaret doing all the work. She's going to go to the rail and back out. She doesn't want to fall straight on this. She's got a little bit of angle on the 2. I mean, it's enough for sure. She's looking at her line to get back out towards the center pockets. Yep, there we go. She wants to sit pretty decent on this 3. She doesn't have to be straight in, but straight in with full cue ball would be ideal. All right, so this is basically one of those shots where it's like a little bit of a pinch draw. The ball kind of gets thrown to the pocket, and the cue ball just goes over just a couple inches. Oh, she actually caught that a little bit too thin. She almost overcut it. Now this lends itself really nicely to a two-way shot. Not that she has to do that. Couple different options, of course. There's always lots of options, but if she cuts this ball in, she can actually come underneath the 5 if she'd like and play the 5 for the side pocket, which also lends itself to a potential safety play. She's going to use her extension. All right, she's going to try to bank it down and get it underneath the pack. Was not successful at that. Brianna has a good look. Good opportunity here as well. Take back one of those racks. I don't know if she can roll this in and hold it. I think it's a little too steep for that. She may have to go back and forth, but maybe she can hold it. Just a little bit. I like to throw these with a little bit of right hand spin. Just a tiny bit. Oh, it was such a tweener for the back and forth. Because you want to miss the 5. But you got to miss the side pocket as well. So Margaret comes back to the table. She's looking at if she cuts it into the side pocket, where is the cue ball going to travel? She's hoping to pocket this in the side and come around 2 rails, potentially shooting the 5 in the same pocket. I mean, 4 out of 6 pockets are totally available to her with this 5 ball. She wants it to slow down. All right, so very steep. Actually, that worked out so well because even though she's fallen underneath the 7 just a tad, she can absolutely cut this ball into the pocket. But the 8's out in it, it's closer now to the pocket than it was before. And so if she doesn't play into the 9, which she obviously looked at playing into the 9 ball, but if she wanted just to free up and let her stroke out, she could go, 1, 2, 3 rails and still sit well on the 8 ball. So, yeah, she hit that 5 ball really good to give herself some opportunities and options. I love the bump into the 8. That worked out super good. All right, with this 9 ball, Margaret is looking to be on the hill. And she's made it. 7-3 over beast mode. Should be Brianna's break. I'm not going to tell Angela Janik that I saw her just miss that 9 ball right there. The top of your view. We're not going to tell Angela that we saw her do that. Yeah, the shot on the 5 was money. I agree, Ray Ray. Absolutely. All right, so while these guys are racking scores going on around the room, Sylvia Lopez has taken the lead over the assassin, Monica Webb. The score is 5-4. Tracy Hardy is 4-2 over Jessica Barnes. Olivia Chang has taken the lead finally. I don't know what was up with her and Susan, but they were stuck at 3 for a while. So it's, oh, no, they just updated. So it's 4-4. Again, Susan Mello and Olivia Chang. Kathy McDaniel just takes advantage of that miss by Angela in the top of your view. So she's now up 5-2 over the Croatian sensation. Susan Williams is 5-3 over Ada Leo. And actually, that table is the table in the right-hand top corner of your view. That's Ada Leo and Susan Williams, the Tsunami from Arizona. Hmm. So, all right, so she's trying to make some decisions here. The 3-7, not good. She's looking to play short side. She was looking to play short side initially on the 3. Getting back to the 5 is tough. I'm not all the way opposed to her coming down table and getting underneath the 3 either. She's going for the 3-7, huh? I don't. She'll probably make it, but it's not my favorite choice. I'm just not a big combo girl, personally. Yeah, she hits it beautifully. I'm assuming that ball goes top right corner pocket. Yeah, so she'll play the 5 and then just drag the cue ball over to the right or to the left. Excuse my language. To the left, to the left, to the left. Isn't that a song, Beyonce song? Everything you own's in a box to the left. I do think so. She hits it good, real good. I actually like staying to the left here. Um, it's super natural to get back across table for the 9, so I'd like to see her get the cue ball back to this left long rail. And that should be okay. Well, cue ball, slow down. All right, steep, but possible. Let's go to our side view. Very, very steep, but totally possible. She may even put just a tiny bit of right-hand English on this ball, just to throw it to the pocket. She doesn't have to, but she could. And there you have it. Margaret Fefalova-Steyer advancing to the next round. She'll actually be playing me next. That is my next opponent. Let's kind of talk about what's going on. We'll actually look at it while we're sitting here, chatting away. All right, so she advances. Next we have, what time is it, 1:30? So at 2 o'clock. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the table assignments here recently, but 2 o'clock matches. Veronique Menard and Kennedy Myman. So that's going to be our 2 o'clock matchup, guys. I'm going to do some back-end work here and get some player cards set up. Talk to my tech director and find out what we're going to do as far as the commentary and who's available to us. I haven't gotten any messages, so I'm not really sure. We're going to leave the stream up. So I'll just go to the room view if you guys don't mind. You guys can follow the scoring at digitalpool.com. Click to our bracket, the WPBA Olhausen Iron City Invitational, and at the top there'll be a live score tab. Just click on that and you will get this right here. Show you that right there. And you'll be able to see the live scores around the room. I'll go ahead and flip that over. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you currently are not a subscriber. We're going to leave this stream up. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it up for you guys, if you guys don't mind. I don't want to mess with it going up and down, up and down, up and down. So, we've got, you guys could watch Angela's match, or I can pull the room view. I think I'm just going to pull the room view just so everyone can pick which ones they'd rather see. See you guys. I've got to play at 2 o'clock, so I'll keep you posted as to what's coming up. All right, thanks. Let's go to the room view. This is the room view. What's happening in the room? Angela's match is on the left of your view. You've got Ada Leo also playing. You got Janet out. Well, I think she's warming up. I don't know that she's in a match. Maybe she is. Let's see. No, she's getting... Oh, yeah. She's going to have to play it, too. That's why she's down there hitting balls. So Janet will play the winner of Melo and Chang, which is 4-4 right now. Elu Gibaragalu will play the winner of Janik and McDaniel, which is currently 6-2 in McDaniel's favor at the moment. Veronique and Kennedy are going to be the feature match. Ashley Benoit is waiting for the winner between Susan Williams and Ada Leo, but Susan Williams is on the hill. Jordan Humphrey is waiting for the winner between Monica Webb and Sylvia Lopez. That's top right. All right, Rebecca White and Caroline Powell will be playing as well. Just kind of trying to see what's going on here. Checking the brackets. After 2 o'clock, I think we'll have our player break, and then we'll be back at 5. I don't know what the table assignments are right now at 5 o'clock. I think we're going to wait it out and see. 8 ladies still on the A side. Christina Taconch and Brittany Bryant. That might be a great match. That might be a really good match. We also got Christina Zliteva and Kaylee McIntosh, so that could be a good match as well. Pia Filler, Christina Grimm, Maite, and Savannah. That's another good one. So lots of good matches coming for you. No worries, guys. Lots more pool to be had today. Tomorrow is the final day, so lots more to do. Check it out. I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic and do some back-end stuff, and I'll keep you guys posted. All right, everyone, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This is Lonnie Fox-Raymond, and you are watching the 2026 Olhausen Iron City Invitational number 6. Special thank you to Olhausen Iron City Billiards, Peach Hour, CPBA, and Kamui for being the event sponsors here in Birmingham, Alabama. I have got a great matchup here, which you just seen the player card for, Miss Veronique Menard and Kennedy Myman. This is a B-side elimination round matchup. I've also got two of my absolute favorite people getting ready to do this match for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than the sweet candy killer, Miss Michelle Monk.
Candy-coated killer.
Candy-coated killer. I was so close with the M&Ms, and Mr. Frank Miletti from Billiard Sports Network.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
All right, guys. So I'm going to let you guys go with these two. They're doing player announcements. Michelle will kind of go over some of the information about these players. Maybe Frank can give you some download before they start on some of the things coming up for the WPBA. I'm going to step away because I do have a match. All right, everyone. Enjoy the show.
Good luck, Lonnie. Hey, everybody. We have a great match coming up for you. We have Kennedy Myman versus Veronique Menard. Just a little bit of background for both players while they're doing the player announcements here. Kennedy Myman's nickname is the Smooth Criminal, coming from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, where she still resides. Her first event was back in Northern Lights in Walker, Minnesota in 2022. Her highest ranking is 18th, and her current WPBA ranking is 19th, and she's looking to move that number up. Her current playing equipment is a Tsunami 2.0 shaft. Some of her titles and career achievements include she's a 5-time junior national champion, 5th in Junior World 9-ball championships in 2021. She also has a list of sponsors, which include Olhausen, Tsunami Shafts, Peace-Hour Main Home Recreation, Jam Up, Slate Billiard Club, Twin City Billiards, Finishing Touch Plus, Shepherd's on Schillinger, Reggie's Amusements, and Full Circle Painting. A little bit of background on Veronique Menard. Her birthplace is in Quebec, Canada, and her current residence is in Montreal, Canada. Her highest ranking is 11. She's currently ranked 17th and looking to move back up. Her playing equipment includes Predator cues with a Revo shaft. Titles and career achievements, she's a 2-time Canadian champion. Her sponsors include Jam Up Apparel. And anything else we should know, she got Rookie of the Year in 2009 on the WPBA.
Michelle, I think I missed something. You should do that again.
What?
I said, I think I missed something. You should do that again.
No, you're going to have to go back and hit the replay button. Rewind, replay.
All right, this should be a good matchup. Vero plays strong. She won the, what was that, the Borderline Billiards Semi-Pro event. Sponsored by WPBA earlier this year.
And she had a very, very strong first match, and she had a strong match this morning. That was a nail biter, and it came down to the grind. So she's been playing really well, and Veronique has been playing very strong as well. A lot of tight matches here at this event. It's been very fun to watch.
Yeah, Kennedy's been up in her game lately. I know she's been practicing a lot. She's got some new things she's trying in her stroke and in her abilities. And wow. Dean was enthusiastic about that one.
Table 3 from Adrian, Michigan. She's sponsored by C. Daco Custom Cues and Game On Gear, Big Family Custom Creations. She's the owner of ISIS.
We'll let you hear the announcement, folks, and then we'll start it.
She is LFR Lonnie Fox-Raymond.
And that's our very own Lonnie.
Table 6, skipping over 5 in progress. I think table 2 is waiting for a player. From Arizona, highest ranking in number 16 in WPBA. She's a BCA National Scotch Doubles Champion with 400 plus teams and also a multiple Arizona Women's Billiard Tour first place win. Her sponsors are Metal Memories and We Play Billiards. She's the Tsunami, Susan Williams. And her opponent, sponsored by Olhausen Billiards. I think there's about 7 or 8 of those out there. She is one of the good ones too. Also, JP Shower Custom Cues, Game on Gear, PA Pro-Am Pool, the Shark Stream, and Just the Tip Cue Repair. She's from Rutland, Mass. The Slash, Ashley Benoit.
It's actually now the Billiard Sports Network, not PA Pro Am Pool, but we will
Table
indeed
number
slide
7.
on that one.
From Anderson, South Carolina. She's an 8-time world champion, 3-time U.S. Open champion, and a 3-time national champion. 5-time player of the year. She's in the BCA Hall of Fame and the WPBA Hall of Fame. She's sponsored by Moochie Cues, Maury Tips, Championship Billiard Fabric, and none other than Olhausen Billiards. She is definitely queen of Over the Hill, Lori John Brown. And her opponent, a newcomer to the tour, saw her down at the semi-pro tour, which she took 5th place. She shoots with an Ariel Carmelli cue. Let's hear it for Tracy Hardy. Table 8 is on hold for it to complete.
All right, let's get ready to rumble. Looks like we're getting ready to start with the lag to determine who's going to get the first break.
All right, that was a little bit of a long introduction. All right, Kennedy and Vero here.
Looks like Kennedy has got the honor of the first break and also the benefit of winning the lag. Is should the match go double hill, she will also have the final break. With the updated rules on the WPBA here for the past year, we are now playing 9 on the break, or 9 on the spot break. There is no break box, and our opponents do rack. It's no longer rack your own. Just to kind of give you guys a quick rundown on some of the match rules while Vero's sitting there racking. Match rules: lag for the first break, alternate break format, 9 ball on the spot, no break box, opponent racks, 3 consecutive fouls equal a loss of game, and cue ball fouls only.
I like the no break box.
I do too. I like the option of being able to break anywhere in the kitchen. It definitely makes the break a little bit easier.
We're just waiting for Vero to get started here. Guys, if you can, do me a favor, just really fast. Just put this out on your social medias. Just like, share, subscribe, and just do the hashtag 50th anniversary WPBA for me. Going ahead here with rack number 1. Keep an eye on that 1 ball in the left side pocket. She overshoots the 1 just a little bit to the side pocket. So that means that she was hitting the cue ball a little bit too much to the right. She'll want to make a little bit of an adjustment on that going forward.
So
Michelle, how do you feel about the? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I apologize.
How do you feel about the 9 ball on the spot break now?
I actually really like it. It does take away just who breaks the hardest, or you know what I mean. I do understand that there is an accurate way of breaking where you can make the wing ball and all that comes into play. But with the 9 on the spot and just not having to worry about checking so many specifics, I feel like it just takes a lot of the pressure off and it makes the game a little bit more fun. And it's another shot. It's not a power break. It's another shot. It's a stroke shot. So I actually really like the 9 on the spot and trying to play the 1 in the side and trying to play a little bit more of a controlled break because it's a little bit more of a strategic shot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think it adds some skill to the game versus just kind of whacking it.
Yes, because you're hitting with a purpose, and although when you break without the 9 on the spot, you are still breaking to play the 1 in the side or the wing ball. But being that the 9 on the spot is a little bit newer, I feel like it makes it a lot more exciting and keeps it interesting, and it changes it up a little bit.
All right, so Vera makes it 2 in the corner. She's got the 3. 4 ball's kind of waiting on the side pocket for her there. I'd say her toughest shot from here is maybe getting from the 6 to the 7. And even then, does not look like a real tough shot for her.
Yeah, that was a lot of inside spin, and she overcut it. That's been happening a lot, I've noticed, on these tables because the cloth is still sliding a little bit. So the English is sliding, so it's a little bit hard to judge at first until you get a good feel of the table.
Yeah, so give us a rundown on the tables. A lot of people have been asking about these Olhausen tables.
They play
Obviously, you're
great.
playing on them.
The cloth is brand new. That's something I'm unfortunately not very familiar with. I don't get to play on new cloth all the time, so it was definitely a struggle in the beginning. But the tables play great. The pockets are accepting due to the fact that the cloth is still new. However, the side pockets are very tricky. I wouldn't necessarily say I don't feel like they're tight. I do feel like they're cut a little different than what we're used to with diamonds. So the change is definitely welcome because I feel like everybody's kind of finding like an adjustment period because we're all used to playing on diamonds so much.
Yeah, it does look like it has a slight bit of a cut angle difference than a diamond.
But once you get a good feel of the table, I was banking well on the table, and you get used to the slide, and you're able to compensate for that. Speed becomes less of an issue. The rails kind of slow it down. I've noticed people are typically trying to play more like 2 or 3 rails, trying to slow the cue ball down, or if you notice, they're rolling a lot of balls because of the slide.
Yeah, I think earlier the table, I'm not going to say the table got her, but I think Benoit's used to a certain table. When she was playing, there was a couple balls that I know she gets on a lot of times. I think it's just the difference in the table caused a little bit of a issue for her against Bea.
I feel like everyone is in a little bit of a learning curve with these tables here. I don't feel like anyone was 100% comfortable. Everyone's kind of like in that learning phase, and that's kind of fun to watch to see that everyone's adjusting, because that's what pros do, is they travel around and they learn to adjust to equipment and they adjust quicker.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve, like we're saying. It makes it a little it makes it to where the players have to not guess as much and try to use more skill. And that's
Exactly.
of course what we want to see is more skill in the game.
So it looks like Kennedy landed a little straight on this 6, so she's trying to draw back for the 7. She does have an option for a very thin cut. However, I feel like she might opt to kind of duck.
She's the highest ranking American to hold #1 ranking for 13
How do you feel, Frank?
years.
Would you go offensive on this, or are you feeling the split, putting the 7 on the left rail and the cue ball on the right?
I'm an offensive shooter until
She's assassin.
I don't go for everything, but I'm more of an aggressive shooter, attacking style. So I probably would have tried to attempt to get on the 7.
On tour presently from St. Joe's.
She can to rail this 7 up to the top.
Sponsored by
Just hide the
JP
cue behind the 8-9.
Olhausen Billiards.
I think she might actually, let me see if we can get to the side view and see if we can see. It looks like she might be able to catch a piece of it or be able to come up behind it, maybe.
And Level Up Junior Billiards. She's the dead shot. Jordan Helfrey.
She's trying to put a little bit of swerve just to get past the 9. She hit that at a really good speed. Looks like she's going for one rail kick. Kick and stick. Gets it behind the 8-9. Is the 7 gonna roll? 7's gonna leak out. It was a good solid hit.
Table 5 has concluded with Olivia Chang advancing to the next round on table 2 versus Jan Atwell. Let's hear it for Olivia.
And Kennedy comes with great recovery shot on the 9, where she was a little short on shape. She made a beautiful shot, avoided the scratch, and takes the first game to go up 1-0.
Calling in Blue, table 5. All right, we'll begin with table 2. Okay, Chicago. Sponsored by Castillo Leather Goods and Deluxe Tattoo out of Chicago. Plays with Mez Equipment. Her first term was the Dr. Pool Classic in 22. Olivia Chang.
It looks like they're getting ready on the last match for this round started. You can
And
see
her
that up in the
opponent,
top of
WPBA
the
player for
screen
years.
on table 8. It's the last match for this round.
Multiple
Vero
top
comes with her
10
first
finishes.
break, makes the 1 in the side as well as the wing ball.
She
Got a
is sponsored
great
by
spread.
NFI,
Let's see if she's going to have a shot.
Borderline Billiards, Brunswick Arena.
She does have a look. Looks like she has an option if she maybe wants
Jam up in
to play
3-second
the
cases.
bank on the 2. I
She's
don't think
the
there's
owner
any
of Borderline
reward with
Billiards,
where the cue
Bristol,
ball is going to
Tennessee,
land after.
since 2006. And just
No, I
opened
think a
up her
safety
new
play would,
showroom
would
down
be
the
good
street,
here.
3 houses down, I have to say, in 24. She also started the Brunswick WPBA Semi-Pro Tour. None other than Janet Atwell. One player present, one player absent.
Really good speed control. She leaves the 7 ball as a blocker. I'm not sure if Kennedy has a sliver of the 2. She's going to look at that. Oh, she's looking to go airborne.
From Madison, Alabama. She plays with a Mez break cue and playing cue. Her first tournament was Iron City Invitational number 3 in January of 24. She is Kathy McDaniel. Her opponent entering the arena, residing in Houston, Texas. First term was the WPBA Canada Open in 22. A 3-time European Women's Champion and a 2-time Women's Euro Tour Champion. She's sponsored by Mez Q, Kamui Brand, Brutal Game Gear, and Women in Pool. Ilu Piguru. Those matches may start as soon as you can. After this round, we have a short break, and we start back up at 5 o'clock with 3 rounds tonight, 5, 7, and 9.
All right, folks, we're probably done all the announcements now and can get back to the regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, my apologies. It was a little bit difficult for me trying to talk and hearing him talk too, in my ear. So I kind of felt like I was getting a little bit confused in my own words because I was listening to him and trying to speak. So my apologies that I got quiet there for a second.
All right, but we're ready to go here.
All right, so Veronique had ball in hand on the 2 ball, and she's working her way through the rack. She does have a good shot on the 7. She's going to have to decide if she wants to kind of draw back and play the 8 in the same pocket, or if she's just going to punch off and play the 8 in the top left. Veronique set herself up for a 9 ball. Let's see if she finishes this out. That 9 ties the score.
Folks, we just have to fix something here real quick on our end. So just give us 1 second here. Because I'm in remote, there's a slight lag. And we have, obviously the internet issue we've had all day. So just give me 1 second here, folks. We'll fix it all. All right. All right, folks. Sorry about that. We kind of fixed everything. Just a little technical difficulty happens when you're 800 miles away from the venue.
And a new person in the booth trying to figure out the buttons. Sorry about that.
No, it's nothing you did wrong, Michelle. You've been a trooper.
I'm just trying. I'm trying my best.
So Vero getting down here on the one ball.
Cue ball is tracking away from the 2, so she might opt to just kind of slow roll and take the steeper angle, which is natural for shape on the 3. She didn't want to be on the rail. Fortunately, she does want to hit at the top of the ball. But as we all know, being on the rail makes the shot a little bit tougher. And when you got to go table length with the cue ball and put a stroke on it, it makes the shot a lot more difficult than it would if it was off the rail. But Vero has solid fundamentals and struck that very well.
Be careful that corner. All right, I feel like from here, she's got to just make sure she doesn't run into the 9.
Wondering if she might opt to go forward and maybe try to go between the 5 and the 7 to the rail back out. Or nope, she stunned it.
Yeah, she stunned it on table. It's a nice shot.
That was
Gets
a
her
great
good
shot.
angle on the 4 too. Michelle, I've only watched you play a few times. I'm sorry. I unfortunately don't get to watch as much as I have to commentate and run things on the side. But are you more of a punch ball hitter, or do you use low English and high English more in your stroke?
I use low English, high English. Try to stick to the center of the ball as much as I can, but I do like spin, but I've learned spin is dangerous. But I like sticking to the top or center, or I prefer draw shots, but I'm better with top.
Yeah, I always love the spin it to win it moniker that a lot of people would say.
I do enjoy putting an aggressive stroke on the ball.
I've learned that about all the Florida girls. They love just kind of really driving the ball into the pocket and using a lot of rails.
Well, also like the town that I grew up in, we have a lot of smaller pool rooms, and they get the tables recovered, but we don't get brand new cloth regularly. You know what I mean? So I was always used to worn cloth. So for a very long time, I struggled really hard coming to the WPBA and playing because I was used to worn cloth that was more like carpet, and then coming here and having to play on ice slick cloth, and I could never tone it down. It almost looked like I was playing pinball.
Speaking of pinball, Vero just bounced into the 9, moved to 7.
It's fortunate to have
there.
a shot.
Yeah, 7 rolled into a good spot for her. Got everybody here in the chat talking, asking which players won. At the top of the chat, we have the bracket pinned. If you click on the bracket, it'll tell you. You can follow along with your favorite player. It'll tell you who won, who lost, who's on the B side, who's on the A side. And we even got in there right now who's going to be playing next and what table. So if you guys want to go ahead and click on that, that'll definitely give you all the information you're looking for.
I liked how she shot that. I think at first glance, it's natural to kind of want to just slow roll that up and play the 8 in the side. The problem with that shot is if you come up short or you come up long on that shot, you end up having to move your cue ball a lot more. So I do like the discipline that she had there of making a little bit of a harder shot on the 7 to get this on the 8. Now she can just stun out and naturally kind of get on the 9.
I see my favorite little one is in the chat there, Miss Ella T. Little Ella from New England. One of my favorite ladies. She's also a BSN player and a WPBA future champion.
And Vero closes that out to take her first lead in the match to go up 2-1.
So Kennedy, Michelle, have you been following along with this legacy player thing that I've been teasing everybody about?
I caught a little bit of it last night when I tuned into the stream. I kind of caught your second clue, so I was a little bit confused.
So it was kind of meant to make people confused. I know I've been driving one of our fans, Lisa, nuts. She's been messaging different names, and so we will have that announcement today because Lonnie is still playing. If Lonnie wasn't playing, then we were going to have the announcement this match, but we will have the announcement prior to the Christina Tkach, Brittany Bryant match. All right, rack number 4, Vero breaking. She's in the lead 2-1. I'm assuming you'll be attempting to play in the Classic Billiards event down there in Florida next month, Michelle?
I would love to, assuming that I can receive an invite. My ranking kind of dropped because I only competed in one event last year. Had some personal things going on for most of the year, so I was unable to really compete. So my ranking dropped. I think I had gotten up to like 38th, and going into this event, I had dropped to like 94th.
Oh.
So I did make stage 2 this time, which I was happy. I've had a curse coming to Iron City. I've lost my qualification match twice before Hill to make qualification. So I qualified this time, so I was happy about that. I didn't perform very well on stage 2, but hopefully the points are enough to move me up enough to where I can receive an invite, because it is close to my home. So it would be nice to kind of go and support a Florida pool room.
Yeah, that's going to be my first event traveling to as director of digital media and everything for the WPBA. So I'm really hoping to make a big splash at that event.
Well, living in Florida, I've seen obviously on social media and Facebook all the wonderful things that Classic Billiards has been doing. I've unfortunately not been able to really make it down that way yet. So I would love the opportunity for the WPBA to be there and being able to go and support that event. Either way, I will probably drive down and at least watch, because everyone's going to be in my home state, so I got to come see everybody.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun event.
But I would love to play. I just got to wait for the opportunity of an invite.
Kennedy scratched in the side there is going to give Vero a ball in hand. She's got a shot on the 2 clear, looking to draw back maybe about 24 inches or so to get on this 3 ball. A little bit on the tough side of the 3, so she'll play the 3 into the top left corner, coming off the top rail. You can see here on our graphic. She might be drawing instead. I forgot Vero has a very strong backstroke when she shoots balls, so she can get the ball to maneuver backwards a lot further than some players.
Very prominent.
Yeah. We have here in the chat, where in Florida is that event? Classic Billiards at Fort Lauderhill, Florida.
Lauderhill.
Yep. You got to fly into Fort Lauderdale to get there, but
Yeah,
Lauderhill, Florida. But if you get a chance, you definitely got to go down there. It's a brand new arena. I was actually instrumental in putting together some of the equipment for that, and it's going to be fun for us when we're down there. It's a whole, like literally a whole arena, televisions. They got these king chairs that the players sit in. It's going to be sweet.
I've seen pictures and I've seen some of the videos. I'm very excited to come see that pool room, because I've just heard nothing but great things, and seeing all the great things that they've been doing down there.
Well, one great thing about WPBA is when we do go to the rooms, we pick the best ones. You know, we have ICB here, we have Classics, we have racks up in New York. You know, it's creme de la creme of rooms. So if you have a top-notch room, get in touch with us. Let's see if we can do something about getting the WPBA to your room. Kennedy reaching over a little bit. It's going to have to come one rail into this 5 ball. Had a chance in the side pocket.
Well, she made good contact and got a little bit of a roll, in the sense that the 5 doesn't go anywhere clean, and it does not look like the 5 8 lined up. No, it did not. So Vera's going to have to get a little creative here. Not sure if she's able to thin a side of the ball to get behind the 8, if she's able to hold it.
Yeah, these are tough, where you just got to just raise it and run the cue to the rail. There's so many things that can go wrong.
It's so tough, especially judging the speed of the cloth, because it's almost going to always roll that extra inch or two more than you think it is.
I've always said that that's what separates, the top 5 players in the world from the top 6 to 20, is that they can thin the ball just that much thinner than everybody else.
And control it.
Yeah. But even this shot here, Kennedy's got a tough shot here on the 5. She can just probably look to play containing safe.
Looked like it bounced out a little bit more than she had hoped, leaving Vero a shot. So she does have an option here if she wants to cut the 5. I do believe she's going to go offensive. This is going to be a preference, whether she decides she wants to just maybe hit this with a little bit of inside to come out, or if it's steep enough where she might want to go 2 rails to give the cue ball a chance to ride out.
Yeah, Vero's got such a heavy stroke, and I mean that in a good way. I mean, she's able to really get into a ball and get some action on it.
She hit that really good with some inside spin, controlled it well, got out to the center of the table. She's probably just going to do the opposite here and shoot this with a little bit of inside just to kind of hold the line to get the cue ball back out to the center of the table, probably close to where she's at, right about where she's at now. Oh, she opted to go 2 rails. I'm gonna stay quiet. Every time I say she's gonna go 1, she goes 2. When I say she's gonna go 2, she goes 1.
Being a commentator and a weatherman is 2 things that you can be wrong 30-40% of the time and still keep your job.
Good to know.
Right,
She shows her angle. I think she might choose to either stop. I doubt she's going to draw too much back. The stop shot leaves her natural. She's going to come down to the bottom rail, maybe put a little bit of outside just to kind of spin the cue ball towards the 9 once it comes off the rail. Speed preference, where she's going to want to be. She might put a little bit of speed to try to get back up to the center table to be a little bit closer to the 9.
All right, folks, we have 735 people watching right now. And I feel like giving something away. So I'll tell you what. In the next, what time is it? 3:38. Between 3:38 and 3:50. So it's 12 minutes. The highest donation will get some WPBA 50th anniversary swag. And not something cheap like a patch or something like that. Maybe a jacket or a jersey. Or so if you're able to give us a couple donations, that would really help us out here building our stream in the future. And yeah, we'll do 12 minutes here. All right, so Vera wins that rack. She's going to rack the balls up here for Kennedy. It's going to be, like I said, alternate breaks. It'll be Kennedy's break.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player...
All right, we're back here on the action. Kennedy breaking. Yes, it is actually. What's that, Bueno? It'll be one of the new jackets, not the. It won't be one of the embroidered ones. It'll be one of the screen print ones. If we get at least 100 in donations, I'll give one of those jackets away. Donation can be simple. Here at the top, you can do one of the super chats that we have. Or you can also go to the WPBA webpage. There is a donation link there also. All right, Shan Pool Junkie comes firing in with a 50 there. I like that. Thanks, Shan. Appreciate it. Kennedy fires that one ball into the corner also. She's got the 2 waiting for her. She can play a little bit of an outside position here, a little bit of low left if she wants, trying to come one rail out for the 3, or she can just play a little bit of high soft. And once to get herself right up around that middle diamond, then she can cut the 3 in the pocket. I just told you they're loggy at the top of the screen there. You can hit a super. It's called Super Chat. You can press on that. Got WPBA ranked here. Michelle Monk in the chat with us. She's hanging out for a little bit.
Hey, everybody. Apologies if I'm a little clunky. I'm still trying to figure out all the buttons back here, so my apologies if I'm a little slow on things.
You're all good. We'll get you learned up. Don't worry. Kennedy just had a little bit of a back shoulder flutter there. And I think that kind of wobbled the shot coming off.
Got fortunate to leave Vero a tough, not a shot that's easy, but a tough shot on 3. I think she has the option maybe to cut this, but I think she's going to probably look at, no, maybe she doesn't have it. I feel like she can see a piece of it.
Yeah, she can get a piece of it. I don't know if she can get anything to do anything with it.
Angles can look so deceiving.
On camera, 100%. Yeah. She does use the 9 as a blocker.
I think it rolled a little bit. I think Kennedy can see a piece of it.
Yeah, the worst case, she can come from behind it and kick it. There she comes from the back of the 3 ball, sends it up table. Gets a little fortunate on the roll. She hits a 6 pretty square. Kind of keeps the cue up table. It's going to be a long shot for Vero at this point. And behind the 8. All right, Vero going airborne. Michelle, are you a jumper?
I love jumping.
Yeah.
I love jumping. It has become one of my favorite shots, I would probably say, over the past year and a half. My jumpings have improved. I'm making a lot more. I'm making them consistently. I'm hitting them almost more consistent than I am with my regular stroke. It's kind of scary. I actually get happy to jump.
All right, Vero did not hit it, though. Is going to give ball in hand to Kennedy. She'll have the 3 to the right corner, look to come off either one rail to roll towards the center, or she might even try to come across, play this 4 up to maybe the top right corner? Top left corner, okay. A little bit of an interesting sequence she has here. I want to see what she does with this 4 ball, getting over to the 5. This type of shot is fun, and she does have a little bit of a draw stroke in her. She can actually draw off of this ball. It draws into the 8 and then comes backwards. But she's got to dig down into the shot a little bit. So she used the 8 as a stopper. If she drew it back just a little bit, she'd catch an edge of the 8 and it pulls it down table. But
The angle on the 5 helps her here to get back down for the 6.
yeah, I definitely agree. She definitely has a clear shot at the 5, and it's going to lend itself to get that ball back up table.
It's gonna be interesting. I feel like the shot here, the key shot is gonna be getting from a good on the 7 to ensure to get on the 8, because you got the 7, 8, and 9 also on back and forth opposite rails. So you have to go from the left rail to the right rail, back to the left rail. And I'm not sure if that 8 ball goes into the side. We'll switch the angle here in just a second to see.
I'll tell you what, Loggy Bear, you donate $100. I'll make sure that she's on the stream at 6 o'clock. Or 5 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Time.
Looks like that 8 might not go onto the side, so this is going to be a very key shot, getting good on the 7 in order to get an angle to get over to the 8 to have another angle to get back for the 9.
Yeah, 6 to the 7s. It is a little tough. All right, Loggy Bear comes firing in with that 99.99. So this is going to be a little tough. Kennedy's going to have to. This is going to be a feather shot. She's going to have to just catch the 7 just slightly past the 9, and it could pocket.
With the slide, if she can get this past the 9 with the right speed, the pocket will accept it.
Oh, it hangs up in the pocket. If she was maybe an inch or two deeper, Michelle, I think that ball goes in.
I do too. It rolled back to the left there at the last turn.
And Richard Sue comes in with a 99.99 from Tsunami Q's. Thank you very much, sir. Good buddy of mine.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if that was a miscue or she was trying to play that rail first. It looked a little, maybe a slight miscue.
Yeah, I think she just maybe overcompensated for the shot.
For the spin. Kennedy with a prime opportunity with ball in hand on the 8.
All right, 8 to the corner. That's going to leave her right there for the 9, being able to play the 9 to the top left.
Kennedy
Myman
finishes that to pull back it within 1 rack. The score is updated to 3-2. Let me see if I can find the correct button. You guys were asking about some of the other tables. My apologies earlier. I didn't mean the digital pool commercial. I was wanting to pull this up. But you can also, when you look up digital pool, you can look under the live scores. It'll keep you updated of all the matches that are going on.
Got Margaret over there, 4-0 on Lonnie. It's tough action for Lonnie. Caroline Powell, 4-1 over Rebecca White. Monica Webb, 4-1 over young Jordan Helfrey. Also have Ashley Benoit. She's up currently, I believe, 4-2 on Susan Williams. All right, going into rack 6 here. We got a score of 3-2. Veronique Menard is up on Kennedy Myman. Loggy Bear in the lead now, 101. And at the last second here, it looks like Loggy Bear has won with the $101 donation. Loggy, reach out to me or Lonnie on Facebook. Or I'm sorry, reach out to WPBA on Facebook. And we will get you set up, get your address, get you one of those 50th anniversary jackets sent out to you.
Hey, Frank, you talk too much.
I do.
What are you doing? Are you working hard?
Well, if you want to call watching pool all day and everything working hard, then sure, working
Living
real
that
hard.
rough life.
Yeah.
I came up here to check on whoever was in the booth, see if they needed any help, but I think everybody's okay.
You're more than welcome to stay though, Janet.
It's a good match. They've had to play each other a few times before. It's gone both ways, I think, too. But it's gone to hill a couple times too.
And these are two good players, two contrasting styles of play also.
I like Vera's game. She's very creative.
And Kennedy with a tough cut here on the 3. She does have the chance to go back and forth with it. She does back and forth.
Very good shot.
Oh. She has the 4 in the side. She could just jack up just a little bit and stun the cue to the left after contact.
I would bet that's the plan.
So we have a contest winner here. Loggy Bear donated $101. Mr. Richard Suit donated $99. And Miss Shan donated $50. So thank you very much. Really appreciate all the donations here to WPBA. These go in to help make our stream better, making your viewing experience better. Kennedy out to the 5. She has the 5 to the corner. She's got the luxury of not really having to create position because she has the 7 and the 8 both in pockets.
She's just making a decision where she wants to shoot the 6.
Mm-hmm. All right. She comes up, has a little bit of a. She's got an angle going away from the 6 ball. I'm sorry, going away from the 7 ball. So when she goes into the side pocket here, she's going to have to use a little bit of a punch stroke. She does. She punches off the left side rail, comes out for the 7. This is what I was saying earlier, that she was fortunate she didn't have to get a lot of position. She didn't have to get close to the 7 to be able to make it. Control at 5 rails. All right, cue ball down the table for the 8. She just has to get position from the 8 to the 9.
Looks like this 8 ball's a little deep. And those pockets are always the hardest to play shape on because the cue ball is going to react a little bit funny when it comes off. It's not going to have enough time to come off the side rail. So she's looking and trying to measure this out to path out the cue ball.
Agreed. Yeah, she might be able to play the rail first. What do you think, Michelle?
Looks like she's trying to draw out of this.
Oh, she got into it pretty good. Maybe a little bit of an overdraw.
Maybe just a little bit. That's what I was saying. It's a little hard to judge when you have a ball hanging in the pocket. I think you have a natural tendency to want to over amp it because it's so deep, and you're wanting to make sure to come out. And then with the new cloth, it's always going to travel a little bit more than you planned on it.
Folks, we had some good viewing numbers yesterday, too. I think we had 40 or 50,000 views on our live stream yesterday.
Center pocket. And we have the updates. These are the tables that are currently going on. Caroline Powell is up 4-2 against Rebecca White. Margaret Feflova-Steyer leads 5-0 against Lonnie Fox-Raymond. Monica Webb is up 4-2 against Jordan Helfrey. Tracy Hardy and Laurie John are locked up at 4-4. Janet Atwell is up 2-1 against Olivia Chang. Alu is up 6-0 against Kathy McDaniel. Veronique Menard and Kennedy Maimon, our feature table, is tied at 3. Susan Williams is down 3-5 to Ashley Benoit.
All right, there we go. 3-3 on the score. Loki Bears has another. Yeah, Loggy, if you go to the WPBA website, there's an email there. You can email that. You can email your address, tell them that Frank said to email it, and I will get everything set up for you.
That was a tough break. Looks like she pocketed 2 balls on the break, including the cue ball. Spread the balls wide open. So Vero has ball in hand on the 1.
Savannah's still on the A side. Brian Malloy. She'll be playing at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can click on the bracket up the top there, and it'll tell you when all the matches and their times are happening. It's at the top of the chat there. It's pinned.
So Vero's trying to figure out her exact angle. She wants to kind of draw back on the cue ball. She doesn't want to put too much draw and run into the 4.
These are one of my most hated shots.
The
Even
Z
though there's
shot.
even though there's a 5 ball in the way, I will somehow suck that cue ball right into the side pocket.
It's a tricky shot, having to go back and forth. She was a little bit tough, like I said, with the draw. The 4 ball was there going forward. I feel like the 6 ball was a little bit in the path, so she was kind of forced to kind of have to zigzag it, and she left herself pretty good. She's a little jacked up over the 2 balls, but I think she'll be okay.
Yeah, so that's tough.
That's a tough roll.
Yeah, that is. You beat the side pocket to get to the 2, and then that's tough. All right, Kennedy has an opportunity. Wants to see if she can cash in on it here. Yes, Arlene, this is a B-side matchup. The loser of this round does, unfortunately, get eliminated from the event. And the winner of this match is going to play the winner of Susan Williams and Ashley Benoit, which is currently 5-4 with Benoit in the lead. All right, Kennedy on the good side of the ball here. She can play it in the side pocket. Natural English will bring it over for the 6. She did not get where she wanted to be. She's
went
going
a
to look.
little thin, so she's gonna try to thin the cue ball or thin the 6 ball and send the cue ball 3, maybe 4 rails. She came a little bit short on that. Still left it tough.
Yeah. I like that version of going across the face of the ball, but bringing the ball all the way back down on the other end of the table.
Ideally back to the center diamond up top.
Mm-hmm. And that's leaving a long distance shot. I know some people will say that, well, they can try to hide behind the 2 balls that are down there, but you're forcing your opponent to have to make a good shot now versus a shot like this where they can try to almost resafe you.
For the kick and stick. Speed. She left the whole ball for Kennedy, so Kennedy can decide if she wants to go offensive here or if she's going to use the 8-9 as blockers. She's looking at lining it up.
And that one's a little tough. That one maybe going for the shot. We'll see.
She opted to play the save. Leaked out just a hair. I think Vero can see it. She has an option if she wants to kind of go for the cross bank. I'm not sure if she can stun and hold the cue ball. She might opt to play this one around and bring the cue ball back either between the 8-9 or behind the 8-9 if she
I like
doesn't
that
feel
option.
confident in being aggressive. Definitely a preference.
All right, 8 ball can go into the side pocket. She'll run into the 9. All right, 8 into the side and 9 into the corner. She makes them both. Little trick shot. We got 4-3 on the score. Veronique Menard versus Kennedy Myman.
Let's check up on the updates from the live scores while Kennedy's racking for the next rack. These are the matches that are currently going on. A lot of close matchups.
After this match, folks, we'll take our customary afternoon break, and then we will have, coming out of the break, we'll have Christina Tkach, the tour champion, versus Brittany Bryant on the main stage table.
Looks like Vero put a little bit more extra power behind that one. One ball came a little bit high from the side pocket. She rattled the wing ball. Hard telling from the angle whether Kennedy can see a piece of this one.
Yeah, she might have to come from behind it.
Maybe kick and stick if she can't see it. Oh.
Oh. Ball to hand for Veronique is very dangerous for anybody that's playing her.
Two balls in a funny spot. She's going to probably try to look to get up to the right side of the table and play the combination. Left herself a little funny being jacked up over the 9.
She's got to be careful here. The cue ball doesn't land behind the 4. Good for playing at 4. If you don't play that ball with a high English and just play a stun, it hits the 3 and stops behind the 4. Good shot for her.
Probably going to bank this 2 ball out and bring the cue ball back to where her hand is right about now.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
See if Kennedy decides to go airborne or if she's going to opt to kick. Wow, that was a beautiful jump shot. She hit
Yes,
that
it
very
was.
solid. Got the cue ball out. She can see the 3. She has a shot at the 3. She's got options. That was an excellent shot considering the position that she was at.
That's Michelle Monk jump shot. Left herself. I mean, I wouldn't say she left herself tough on the 3. It just kind of after the jump, it's where the ball settles. But she could have an opportunity to make this. Definitely has a place to.
That was a good shot. 2 good shots back to back, solid. She's setting herself up. She has a shot on the 4. Make the 7 ball. She can use the 7 ball as a stopper. Hold
Yeah,
the
I
cue
agree.
ball for
She can
position.
definitely come off the edge of it. Oh,
Just caught that point just a little bit. Like I said, the side pockets are a little bit tricky.
you wouldn't happen to know the profile on these rails, would you?
No, I don't.
No. Okay.
I can see what I might be able to find out after the match and get back to you.
No, it's okay. I just curious about if it's a 55 rail or not.
Well, I believe Olhausen is actually here, so I'd be more than happy to go down and ask.
4 ball going to the 5. It just natural position, comes off the rail, comes back up.
I'm going to let you make the prediction, Frank. 1 or 2 rails?
I like the 2 rail shot here.
I like the 2 rail.
Yeah, that's just the way that I play the shot, but 1 rail is
There's nothing
sufficient
wrong.
also.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. This is a preference shot. Players have the ways that they feel more comfortable shooting or how they feel that they can hit the ball the best.
All right, 7 ball to the corner, just going to come across 2 rails, right side rail, left side rail, and back out. Oh, she caught a little fat coming on the way in. It's an opening that Kennedy definitely needs right now. Let's see what she can do with it.
She left Kennedy like a 50-yard line. Kennedy can shoot it in either bottom left or bottom right, preference on where she wants to move her cue ball. Bottom left, I believe, would be a little bit more of a scratch possibility, so she's opting to go for the bottom right. Inside
Yeah,
out shots are always tough, shooting to a blind pocket.
she could hit a little bit of. I was about to say. Oof. So those type of shots I love from playing one pocket a lot. You can hit a lot of inside English
I
and
love
spin
inside.
that ball.
I love
Spin
inside.
that ball 3 times.
That was my favorite shot for the longest time, was inside spin. I like inside out shots with inside spin and having to go 3 or 4 rails with the cue ball. That's like my favorite shot. I've left myself that so many times, it's become my favorite shot. And she fired that in. Great shot. Left herself a little bit of a tester. I love watching these ladies focus.
All right, 9-ball going to the corner.
For defeating Captain McDaniel. So continue to move on. Congratulations to Captain McDaniel for her best WPBA finish.
That was an amazing out. Kennedy made a great out there, starting with the tough 7, left herself tough on the 8. She made another great shot, and she finished it out with another great shot to tie the score at 4-4.
Yeah, she definitely got out of position once or twice, but came with a lot of skill there. The pocket balls.
Bear down and compensated for it.
Yeah,
was a
sometimes
great
it is. Sometimes it's not about getting the perfect position. Sometimes it's just about having good mechanics and good skill to be able to just make the ball from anywhere.
That's where the solid fundamentals come in. You know, you can make the balls. You just take your medicine, leave the shit that for what it's worth, and make the balls, because we shoot these balls thousands of times. It's got to rely on that muscle memory. Let's go check and see what we got for the updates on live scores on the other tables really quick. One of the matches concluded. I believe Alu advanced. And we got Kennedy Mayman breaking the score at 4-4. This is a race to 8, alternate break.
Say hi to my friend Laura there in the chat from New York. She's a good supporter of mine. She always follows me to the different streams that I do. What's up, Laura? Yes, that is me. Okay, I think you know me. I think you've come to my couple of my events, actually. Could be wrong. And no, I'm not in person. I'm still in Philadelphia, actually. And let me add, I just jump in when I can, but I fully support having the players and Lonnie and all the awesome people that we have on this tour running the stream, commentating on the stream. I have my own stream that I get that fix all the time, so I just want to see the girls have a really awesome stream and just really kill it here on the tour. And that's what I'm hoping to bring is a little bit of fun, a little bit of technological know-how, and just really setting everybody up for success.
Happy to have you. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Got my man Mike DeMarco from Ship to Cash out there. Yeah, okay. We had to do some button touching yesterday to get things fixed. Yesterday was the internet was just not agreeing with us. Didn't want to agree with us this morning, but we seem to be all right going forward right now.
Yeah, so Vero played a safe. I think it leaked out just a hair. It looks like Kennedy's not worried. It looked like the 4 maybe had a piece of her, but she's lining it up like she has the whole ball, so it definitely leaked out.
All right, sorry about that. I had a couple of messages coming in real quick that I had to work on. Mike, you're going to the Derby? Yeah, I'll be there too, buddy. Kay asked roughly how many hours per week or month does being a board member entail? Averaging for crate. So I can't. I've only been around for a couple of weeks. I can't really speak on that, but I know just from what I do for pool, and this isn't a toot my horn thing. It's just kind of what I've put myself into with having being part of WPBA, some side projects. I'm probably a good 60, 70 hours a week.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah. What? I'm lucky enough that I have a job that I can, a day job that I can do remotely or do from different areas of the country. So it affords me the luxury of being able to do this.
Working remote is definitely a huge
Definitely fun.
blessing. I was fortunate to work remote for about 10 years. It's a huge blessing in disguise. So we're having a little bit of a back and forth safety battle. The table's not wide open. Neither player has really had an offensive opportunity. Vero's played a couple safes. Kennedy's made fantastic hits, not leaving much. She's playing another safe, and Kennedy looks like she does have a one-rail escape. There's going to be a lot of moving in this rack just based on where the balls are at. Since they're not wide open, it's not going to be a very easy runnable rack. It's going to be a very strategic and moving rack unless there's opportunities where we can get breakouts on certain shots to be able to open up the rack to make it a little bit easier.
All right, Vero's got this one to the top right. Once we switch over to this side view, we'll be able to see if that 2 goes. Not sure if it does. Yeah, it's tight, but it should be able to go. Okay, you're trying to take my job already. Wow. She's coming for me. All right, Vero's got a shot on the 2 to the corner. Looks like the camera got bumped there, but that's okay as long as we have a full screen view of this table.
Yeah, we'll go check that out after this round. The cameras are set up where spectators are sitting at the VIP table, so they're accessible.
Yeah, 3 ball. 3 ball could go to the corner. If we look at the top, the long view here, we could see that she does have an opportunity to play it to the corner and bring the cue ball out, but I don't know if it lends well for the 4.
Straight in the side. There's an option here to play the carom into the 7.
All right, that 4 is going right to the corner. What do you think, Michelle? You going to set up for the combination, or are you just going to try to?
I would have probably tried to. I'm not sure if she was wanting to stop that. I would have probably tried to draw it a little bit.
Yeah, it's Vero left herself a nice. She's got to feel comfortable firing this because I don't think she would have stopped it there for no reason if she's not comfortable with this bank shot.
Absolutely. I obviously like to make things very tough on myself, so I like to go for the harder shots, test myself. Kidding. She went a little wide on the bank and left a shot for Kennedy. Do you have a preference here, Frank? Do you prefer to shoot this straight up in the corner and like just kind of drift the cue ball, or do you like playing this in the side and maybe sending the cue ball 2, maybe 3 rails back down for the 6?
I feel better moving the cue ball than I do moving the object ball.
I'm agreeing with you. I kind of like cutting this into the side. But when you have built-in position, you're supposed to
Yeah.
you're supposed to take the conservative shot. So that is actually the correct shot, is to shoot that in the corner. I was just curious on preference. Especially with
just
the
feel like
slippery cloth. I feel like I was losing my cue ball a lot, so I would have felt a little bit better going more rails with the cue ball just because I was struggling with speed.
I feel like I just control the cue better, to whereas I don't control the object ball as well, if that makes any sense.
No, I completely understand what you're saying, and I'm kind of in the same boat, which is why I'm really good at playing safeties, and I struggle really hard with getting out.
Yeah, but Kennedy's making some great shots here to take the lead.
Leaves herself a great shot on the 9 ball to take. I believe it's her first lead of the match. No, I'm sorry, she won the first game. My apologies. So she'll take the lead from 4-4 to 5-4 if she makes this. And that was a great out by Kennedy.
Yeah, she's definitely digging deep, and she's grinding this match. I like it.
She's been playing great all event. I have watched. I had the opportunity of watching a few of her games in her earlier matches. Her first match, she won. She's been playing really good, hitting the ball solid. It's always fun to see.
She's such a nice, respectful young lady too. Every time I've talked to her, she's always been just pleasant.
Absolutely. It's one of the great things about having our wonderful juniors that are getting the opportunity to play on the WPBA or have transitioned into the WPBA. They learned early on with the tournament and competition formats and everything, and the juniors we have on tour are just amazing.
Yeah, we have some great juniors. Looks like we're going to have a player break here for a second. Michelle, do we have a room camera? I think we have one of those, right? There we go. Nice room view. See the legend Lori John over there. Another legend, Janet Atwell. Ashley Benoit. Monica Webb, Jordan Helfrey. All the fan favorites are playing right now.
Congratulations to Margarita Sokolova-Schuyler for her victory over Lonnie Fox-Raymond. Margarita, I believe, will play at 5 p.m. this evening. Everyone, big round of applause for Lonnie for finishing it winning.
If you're just tuning in, we are currently on a player break on the room view. If you're following along on digital pool, table to the left, which is our table 8, currently has Monica Webb ahead of Jordan Helfrey. The score is 7-3. The table up from them, which is table 7, we have Tracy Hardy and Lori John locked up at 6-6. The table to the right of the stream table, we have Olivia Chang Olivia Chang and Janet Atwell tied at 3-3, and it looks like our player break is concluded as Kennedy has come back to the table.
And as you heard there, the Foxy one, Lonnie, has been eliminated from the event. I'll tell you guys, you got to give it to Lonnie. Coming to the tournaments, streaming, playing, making sure that the other people that are streaming while she is playing are set up properly and everything like that. if you haven't done streaming, you don't understand how hard all that really is.
Well, on
So
top of that, Lonnie is just an amazing person. I mean,
yeah,
I know at the last event, I went to Wisconsin and I had some personal stuff happen. And even though she had all this going on, she's playing, she still found time to come over and, chat. Because I had some things going on, we were able to talk it out and stuff. So Lonnie's just an amazing person. I don't know how she does it.
yeah,
I was definitely on the receiving end of her amazing play. I was her first match in stage 2, and we had a great time. It was my first time ever, our first times ever playing each other.
golden
Ooh,
break.
golden break.
Vero ties it up that quick. She's checking this. It counts, right? To Cam Tay there in the chat. Younger than that, Cam. She was like 6, if I remember correctly. I remember hearing something about her at 6 years old, winning tournaments against the men. Lori was definitely a young phenom. That would just be crazy if Kennedy came up and did it herself.
That would be. That would be.
Anything you can do, I could do better.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see the stats. Now that we're breaking 9 on the spot, it would definitely be interesting to see the stats of how many 9-ball snaps we legitimately have. Now that all pockets are live, since it's opponent racks, that would be an interesting stat. Just out of curiosity, because I know the 9-ball typically doesn't move often off this break unless something kicks it.
Yeah, I love that we accept the golden now. I think it's just that 6 came around the table and was caught the 9. I like that we use the golden. It just, how about Hill you snap a golden in to win a tournament? That'd be great.
Yeah, but when you're the opponent, that's the
Of course, I mean,
the
there's always
worst.
going to be 2 sides of that sword, but
I don't know. I've always leaned towards, I genuinely don't believe a game should be won or lost on the break.
yes, I can see the purist view. There's purism views on that, and then there's the I call it the sports view. When
Yes.
somebody hits like a walk-off home run or something in baseball.
I understand. I see both sides. I was just saying my preference
Yeah.
as a player, you know what I mean? It's like we're here to play the game.
My preference as a player is I'd rather be the breaker.
In that scenario, 100%. 100%. It's always great when you're the one doing it, but when you're on the receiving end, it's not so great. And when you're a spectator, though, it's amazing. It's the best thing to see.
I'm usually on the receiving end.
That's me. That's why I'm like, no, I kind of like the other side of that coin.
All right, Vero with a 1 ball to corner pocket, easy shot. Just gonna have to come off the rail. Catches too much of it. 9 might help her. Nope. Goes past the 9 too, all the way back down table. It might be I don't know if it's the first one of the tournament, but it's definitely the first one we've had on the stream this weekend.
So she wanted to hit that thin. She knew the 2 ball would send up table and the cue ball would try to go back towards the bulk. It did leak out and leave Kennedy a long C at the 2. She can cut this, and the cue ball does naturally come around for an opportunity at the 3 if she feels to be offensive. I like that shot. I like going for this. She opted to play safe. Smarter player than I am.
Yeah,
I miss those
it's
shots.
me. I'm trying to fire it, maybe catch the rail between the 7, get lucky.
I need to learn to be more patient. Which is funny because I actually enjoy playing safe. So it's just, but I'm in the same boat. I also enjoy being aggressive.
I took up playing 1 pocket to actually calm the rest of my game down because I felt I was too aggressive with my shooting, and it was costing me matches. And I started playing 1 pocket to learn how to just slow down, because 1 pocket's all about patience more than anything.
It's like playing chess. Chess on a pool table.
Okay. Like I said, Margaret had a golden yesterday on the stream.
Oh. So that's 2 for this event that you're aware of?
Looks like there's 2. Yeah, I may have missed one. Timmy, unfortunately, Lonnie did not come out on the winner's side of that match. Margaret defeated Lonnie. Margaret's moved on to the next round. That will eliminate Lonnie from the event. I'm sure she's just catching her breath, taking a few minutes to herself right now. We'll get her back soon.
Congratulations to Ashley Benoit for continuing on. Everybody, please give a round of applause for Susan Williams.
Ashley Benoit just defeated Susan Williams to advance in the event.
Yeah, I was talking to Ashley last night. She had her match today with Pia. I was talking to her for a few minutes last night. I know it's a big match for her playing Pia.
It was a good match. I watched a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Vero plays the safe, puts the 2 into the rail, cue behind the 4. Timmy, yeah, she did lose to Margaret. This round, as a matter of fact, this is the round 4 of the loser side. And so that puts Margaret on to the next round. And Margaret will get the winner of Caroline Powell and Rebecca White.
Gonna be going airborne.
All right, ball in hand to Vero. She's going to play the combination. She played that well. Kept the cue right where it was at. Plays the 2 now. She can use the angle to let the cue ball float over between the 9 and the 8 for the 3 in the same pocket.
I think she landed a little bit flatter than she wanted to, and she's on the rail.
Oh, she misses the 3 in the corner and rattles it.
Ball hanging in the pocket, you think she's going to draw out for shape, or is it out enough to where she can play it off the rail?
I like playing it off the rail.
Slows the cue ball down just a hair.
Mm-hmm. She decides to go the opposite way. Oh, ends up behind the 7. That's tough. Timmy G, no, this is, I'm not sure who you're referring to there. This is Frank Maialetti. I'm the director of digital media and technology for the WPBA. I'm also one of the owners of the Billiard Sports Network. All right, ball in hand to Vero. 5 ball going to the corner. Just should draw it back a little bit. She wants an angle on the 7 just to hold the cue. There we go. She can play that 7 right to the corner. Gives her a nice, good angle for the 8. Playing the 8 into the top right. We'll just use one rail to come around the 9. Timmy, it's Miss Michelle Monk. She's commentating with me.
Hello.
WPBA player from the Florida area.
Numerous nicknames, none of which have stuck, but Lonnie was trying to make Candy Coated Killer stick.
I like that one.
I was given that, I think, at the U.S. Open in 2008. Howard Frankenfield gave me that nickname because my initials are M&M. So he called me the Candy Coated Killer. But then I had Jeanette Lee nickname me the Brown Recluse.
Okay. All right. And Vero's going to take the lead here. 6-5 against Kennedy. I've had people give me a lot of nicknames over the years, but they're not suitable for the stream.
Uh-oh. Text. I must know. Had a couple people play off of my last name. I think Stephanie Mitchell had nicknamed me the Monkinator a long time ago back in the day when she used to run her tour. And then my other half actually nicknamed me the Man Beater. My other half, Raleigh Dixon, named me the Man Beater because I would go to Jacksonville and beat up on the guys.
That's funny. All right, Vero.
Solid hit on the break.
Yeah, she's got that one in the side down pretty well. I think that's the second or third time she's made it there.
And she made the wing ball and got a great spread on the rest of the rack.
All right, so Benoit has advanced. If Vero were to win this match, we would have a rematch of the WPBA semi-pro final, which was Vero versus Benoit.
That'll be high tension.
Yeah.
Rematches. It's a great thing on tour. Everyone is friends off the table. On the table, we are competitors.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Guys, what do you think about the matchup graphics we've been posting online to our social media and here? You guys like graphics like that? All right, she might cross over the two. She does. I like that shot. Crosses
Great
over.
shot.
Gives her a shot on the three. She can just play the three to the top left. Just float the cue to the right side rail.
Maybe just a touch of draw just to kind of hold it off the rail for the four. Or are you just hitting this, just floating it?
Well, with the five being down table, I think I'd want to float it. But I don't want to be on the rail after the cue ball settles. I want to have some room for the cue ball. Or I'm sorry, for my cue stick.
She did draw it just a hair, and it looked like it just overamped just a hair.
Sit right on it, yeah.
Congratulations to Lori John. She has defeated Tracy Hardy. And one big round of applause for Tracy. Lori John will play again at 5 p.m. Just an FYI to all the fans in the room, you are not to clap when you see a nice shot. It's so silent and quiet in here that you could hear a pin drop.
Nice shot. That was a really good controlled shot. Using the 6 ball as a blocker. Great speed control.
Yeah. Hearing Miss Angela in the back letting the crowd know they're allowed to cheer if a player makes a shot. Not sure if they're aware, but
we're so used to everybody having to be quiet and shh, don't talk while you're at the table. Don't move, don't breathe, don't blink.
Iron City Billiards sells Red Bull at $4.95 a can. Just go see your local bartender. Kicks in the 4 to the 8. We're getting asked here about the Soaring Eagle event. The Soaring Eagle event is not canceled. There's just some logistics that are being worked out right now. So it was taken, excuse me, it was taken off the schedule just to avoid any confusion. But the event is not canceled. We're just working on logistics of dates, and it will be out. It's one of our best tour stops. Does Vera want to do the good old Chris Milling four-railer here, or is she going to look to just maybe play the edge of the four? I like playing the edge, 1, 2, 3, possibly even 4 rails back behind the 9. What do you think, Michelle?
I agree. I like thinning it, leaving the 4 ball there and sending the cue ball out.
Puts it down table toward. Oh, look at the 5. That's it. That became a little interesting shot now. 4, 5, 9, possibly.
5-9 possibly, or the 5 goes only into the other corner or the side. Limits the pocket space.
Somebody's asking, is next month's? I would absolutely hope so. Van Joe, I've been promoting that one for about 2 weeks now. It better be. That is 100% a confirmed event. My good buddy Poppy Dave Bartosiak owns Classic Billiards, and they are more than excited about having us all down there. Is there a way to create? I said I might drive down from Jacksonville. No, don't make it a might. Make it a definite. Come on through. It's going to be a good week.
All of your favorite players are going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good event. I have on good authority that there might be some male pros coming to that event too to hang out. Have some of our girls spot them the 8. Give them some of that. What? Will Lonnie be back? Are you sick of me already, Robin? She should be back soon. She's just finished her matchup, and she's going to get some few minutes to herself, get herself all situated with, and then I'm sure she'll be back here for the remainder of the tournament matches. Vera rolls down right behind that 5 ball. That was a nice controlled shot. I think she wanted a little bit more distance though, Michelle. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a hard shot to kind of follow through when she needs to go forward with the cue ball to get a better shot on the 6. So this is going to be a little bit of a like, I hate to say a poke because you never want to poke the ball, but
Yeah.
you can't deliver a full and complete stroke on this shot because of the balls being so close together.
All things considered, I think she hit that well because that's definitely one of those candidates for a double hit or push shot, depending on how you look at it. But she played that with a nice controlled speed. She's 2 balls away from getting herself onto the hill.
So she ended up clipping the 9, which took some of the speed off of the cue ball and it landed a little bit funny. which is what tends to happen when you accidentally bump balls. Things tend to go a little bit awry. She has an opportunity. She is looking at the cut, or there's another option for the bank. But the cut, she can actually control the cue ball.
Yeah, it's tough shot here on the 9, especially when you're one away from getting to the hill. 7-5 is much more, stronger than obviously 6-6. With a shot, 9 ball in the side. Watch the cue. Man, they're clapping for that one. Good shot by Miss Veronique Bernard.
Check on the updates of any of the other tables that are still going on. You can see Caroline Powell is ahead of Rebecca White, 6-5. Monica Webb leads Jordan Helfrey, 7-5. Olivia Chang leads Janet Atwell, 4-3. In our feature table, Veronique Menard is currently up 7-5 against Kennedy Mayman.
Kennedy, excuse me, Kennedy's break here. She definitely has to come with a great break and either come with position out of the break, or she's got to be able to
Control the rack after the break.
control the rack afterwards. Yeah, she does not want to give Vero any clear shots at balls.
And Kennedy came up dry. Vero does not have an offensive shot on the 1 unless she wants to get crazy and try to bank it to the top left corner, which I seriously doubt. Kind of like clipping the side of the 1 and sending the cue ball up table behind the rest of the balls. Makes it a little tricky because she is jacked up over the 5. Are you trying to get the cue ball behind the 2, or are you going to try to go up?
I think I want to get it behind the 2. And even then, she got it in the traffic, got the 4 and the 9 in the way. So it's definitely a tough shot for Kennedy coming out of the gate here. Timmy, yeah, I did hear of that place that you're referring to. It's a Russian pyramid pool room. They have very Russian pyramid tables that are just incredibly tight.
14 years old. Big round of applause for Jordan. On basement money.
All right, it's gonna be ball in hand to Vero. She's looking at this 1-9 combination. I'd fire at it if I was her because she has that 8 ball to block the cue. It's almost
Yeah, it's
like a free
definitely
shot.
a tougher run out of the rack, and she has an opportunity to play a backup safe.
Oh, just misses the shot. Kennedy is now breathing.
That exhale
Again,
had to have felt
yeah,
amazing.
she's now breathing again, and now it's her turn
Like,
at the
hold your
table.
breath, exhale.
She's probably as red as her shirt.
Great shot on the 1. She took her medicine and just left rather than trying to force the cue ball. Was already naturally going away from the 2, so she just took the shot.
All right.
Great cut shot. That was a really good cut shot.
Yeah, she came with a good shot when she needed to.
Exactly, and she's back in line. Gonna draw out of this. I feel like the 9 ball might be a little bit on the way to go forward. So hard to tell.
Oh. Get away with that one. Now she missed it, but Vero, you know what? Vero might be able to come off that bottom rail with some spin. A little bit of a left hand spin coming, but I don't know. That's yeah, even this angle here, it's
I
very
was just
hard to
checking to
tell.
see. I was like, maybe.
She'd have to just like minuscule miss the 9. We'll see. She had a piece of it. Yeah. All right, Kennedy's got a chance again.
Kennedy back at the table. I like the 5 ball maybe has got her. She's looking at the 1 rail. It's really tight.
Yeah, it's one of those again. The 5 ball's kind of sticking out. She just has to get by it. Kennedy, 3 rails, gets it into the side pocket. Was probably not what she wanted to do, but still at the table.
Straight for the jump cue. She's going to be looking at going airborne for the 4 in the side. Clears it.
All right, guys, if you're looking to follow your favorite player in the event, at the top of the chat, you can click on the bracket there, and it'll take you to the bracket of the event. It'll show you everybody who's currently playing, what the future scheduled matches would be, and what tables.
Arrow with a long shot on the 4 ball. Sending the cue ball around 3 rails. She still has a little bit more work to do with the thinner cut on the 5 than she was wanting. Jarred the pocket a little, but got a fortunate roll by not leaving Kennedy a clear shot. She might have an edge. Let's see if we can see the side view and see if I can. Looks like she's going airborne.
That's correct, pro level. Yep, we put Savannah Easton on table 8 for this round, and then this way we have a match that we can go to if the players go on break or anything like that.
So Vero has a cut on the 5 in the side. The 9 ball is definitely going to collide with the cue ball. The cue ball is going to go straight into the 9. So that's what Vero was looking at, is how the cue ball is going to react off the 9 so that she can come out for a shot on the 6. She opted to avoid it and spin it out. Left herself a long tester on the 6 ball.
Yeah, she did.
With a containing safe. Kennedy can see the 6. See if the side view, does she have enough room for the cue ball to get, oh, she might be able to spin the cue ball down behind the 7. Cue ball spun out to the center table a little bit more than she was expecting, leaving herself a little steeper on the 7. She opts to go for the shot. The cue ball naturally comes down table for an option for a shot on the 8. Looks like she just overcut it just a hair. It's going to give Kennedy an opportunity.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Had to step away for a second. Looks like Kennedy is trying to get herself back here within 1.
Great back and forth shape. Set her up for the 9 ball to bring her within 1. Kennedy pulls it back within 1. Veronique leading 7-6.
Yeah, Cam, take out a point there. We have a little over 600 watching. I'm sorry, 800 watching right now. And, I could be wrong. Yeah, 885 watching. So if you do me a favor, guys, just really fast, just hit that like button for me. And then on the right-hand side there, hit a couple of those little emoticons. It helps us stay at the top of YouTube's engaged. Helps trigger the analytics. Obviously, we're trying to get more subscribers and grow. And of course, make YouTube happy so they give us a little bit of scratch. If you'd like to donate to the WPBA, you could do that too. Hit the little button there that has the money sign on it. we would really appreciate any donations you can have. They're not needed though. If you just want to hang out and watch, you are more than welcome. We love when our fans come watch us, watch our streams, and be a part of the show. But if you're inclined to donate, go ahead. That's what helps us keep our streams free and being able to showcase them to you. All right, Veronique Menard, rack 14, breaking. At one ball on the side again.
One ball
She's got
flies
it.
in the side, but the 2 ball stays up table, and the 9 ball's
Yeah.
used as a blocker. She does have an option for the 1 rail kick and stick behind the 2. Or she can push out. I have a feeling she might go for the kick and stick if she has the. I think she can get past the 9.
Got a good matchup next round here on the B side. Monica Webb versus Lori John.
She's going to opt to push out, leaving just the right edge for Kennedy.
That sounds like a 2008, 2009 championship match there. Monica Webb and Lori John Brown.
Lori John wasn't playing on tour back then. That's when she took her break.
Oh, you had to be just right, huh?
I just happened to be on tour at that time. Played on tour from 2007 to 2010. Sorry. I'll keep my mouth shut next time.
I love it. I love it.
I just happened to know that, so I'm just like, no, wait, I was there.
He's completely wrong.
I was there for that. No, I was there. That was something I actually knew with confidence. I'd always
I'm
looked
gonna
up to
love being
Lori
on tour
John,
with
and
these
then of
girls.
course
They're
I
all
got
gonna
on tour and she wasn't on tour, so that's how I can distinctly remember that.
I'm gonna love being on tour with all the girls. They're just gonna sun me every chance they get.
It's all in good humor, though.
Absolutely. Oh, Vero misses that too. She didn't have any good position on the 3 anyway.
Yeah, she
Let's see
caught that a
Kennedy come
little,
up the
little
table.
thicker than I think she wanted to. The cue ball definitely didn't travel the path it was planned on. She left Kennedy very thin. I think Kennedy has an option if she wants to go for this. The cue ball is definitely going to come up between the 3-9. It's risky with the 6 ball. I don't know if slow rolling. I don't like slow rolling with a bridge. I don't have a good feel of the shot.
My man Jesse Hornbeck from Billiard Sports Network comes firing in with the 20. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, Waldog. I really appreciate that. I actually got a little bit of a wake-up call that Ava Weems is here, and she just turned 18, and she was born the year I played my first WPBA event.
Yeah, it definitely makes me feel slightly old.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice little eye-opener when that happened. We were talking about something, and I had mentioned my first WPBA event was after I won the APA US Amateur Nationals. So my first event was in 2007, and she looked at me, she was just like, the year I was born. And I was just like, okay, let's not talk about that anymore. Unlucky bump into the 7.
All Pro Restoration. It actually does a little bit. I mean, we don't have to do it the entire time, but maybe for like a minute or two. It just puts the engagement and engages YouTube analytics. And then what happens is YouTube thinks that we do have a whole lot of people watching, but YouTube, I guess, puts it at the top because it's now engaging a lot of people. So all right, ball in hand to Kennedy. She has an opportunity to tie this matchup and go hill.
Finishing in the money, great job.
All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She just has to go in a nice little circle. Kante, you're going to be in charge of our like distribution today. That's your job. Get them likes up.
So she's lining this up. She's just going to come off the bottom rail. She was lining up to play the 7 to the top left corner. She wants to be fairly straight. Stop shot on the 8. Oh, she decided to change her mind and come up table.
Yeah, she was just
looking
works.
at her options. She was looking at her options, and I had seen where she was lining up to the top left, so I had assumed that was what she decided, but she opted to come out to the center of the
That's
table.
where I would have went with it too. This shot does work. It's just, I think she made it maybe a little harder on herself by using this route.
So now the cue ball is going to have to come back and forth. She doesn't want to clip the 8 because you don't want to accidentally bump it a little bit to the rail. You want to be able to. There, she hit that good.
She controlled it well,
good.
yeah. And Caroline Powell has defeated Rebecca White. That'll move her on to the next round to face Margarita Fefalova-Steyer. Say that 4 times fast. And then Alul is waiting for the winner of Olivia Cheng and Janet Atwell on table 2.
She's going to look to just roll this into the top left. The side pocket's huge, so you can't really punch it. You're going to have to kind of roll this. Hard to tell. Oh, no, she did. Just a hair.
That's tough. All right, so Vero has 2 shots to close it out.
She's going to have to send the cue ball. She's looking at cutting the 8 into the side. Cue ball's naturally going to come around 3, maybe even 4 rails.
Yeah, this is a good angle here to watch that cue ball travel. Miss Janet in the background, one of my favorite people.
She caught the point.
Ooh.
So Kennedy with an opportunity to bring this match double hill. Spectators' delight.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you from earlier, Michelle, when you were saying that with the side pockets being different, it changes the table layouts.
Yes.
And Vero's missed a few shots that were slightly uncharacteristic, I think, for her.
Side pockets have been very tricky. Seen a lot of weird results.
All right, Kennedy on the 9, looking to go hill thriller.
It's a really good shot on the 8 with good control. She's left the cue ball off the rail. Makes it a little bit easier to bridge and actually see more of the cue ball. So we have our double hill match. Spectators best, players hate it. Spectators love it. Pressure is on.
I always tell everybody, you want to root for Hill Hill. It's more racks. Get to see more.
That's what we're here for, is to play the game.
Yeah.
And Kennedy Mayman will have the break in the deciding rack. That was her bonus for winning the lag. The other table that we also have going on still during this is Olivia Chang is up currently against Janet Atwell, 6-4. These are the last two tables from the previous round. And then we'll take our little intermission break, and I believe matches start back up at about 5 o'clock. You guys are definitely going to want to tune in.
All right.
Y'all's
Big high
favorite
five
Lonnie
before we
Fox-Raymond
start.
will be back with you guys for the next round. And here we go. Kennedy with the break.
Try on the break, cue behind the 4. Vero's coming up to the table with no shot. This one's tough. Michelle, do you jump at it to make the hit, or do you still play your structured game, and do you play the push?
I think you play the push.
Yeah, she's
Double
going
hill,
push.
you don't have any room for error. I think the smart shot here is definitely to play the push.
All right, she pockets the 3, leaves the cue all the way down at the other end of the table. Now, Kennedy's got to be careful here because one bad shot or one uncalculated shot here could cost her the match, especially with that 8 ball.
And this is what she's thinking about. Like, at first thought, you're looking at the 1-8 combo. That's an option. Another shot you want to look at, maybe playing a safe. The cue ball's going to drift down by the 8 and 6. So there's a lot of options here as far as preference, or if you want to control, or if you want to be aggressive. So this is what Kennedy's weighing out now, is determining pros and cons of being offensive. And not really sure. We'll see what she decided on.
What she does have to be careful of, if she's going to play the safe, all right, she went the other way, but if she attempted to play the safe by putting the 1 down the other end of the table, she didn't want the cue ball to make the 8.
That was a fear. She opted to try to go for the combination and missed it just by a hair. She came up on the short side of the 2. Looks like it is cuttable, but I think she's going to probably opt to play a safe here. Maybe leave the cue ball behind the 7, or she might drift over and try to use the 5 as a blocker. She is looking at the cut option. A lot of the players will look at trying to get out. They don't want their opponent at the table if they can avoid it, but they're also going to play smart to make sure that they maintain control and not take any flyers. So she's definitely looking at containing the cue ball. All right, we got a tied up ball. 4 and 6 are snuggling. Makes the rack a little bit trickier. Play the 1 rail 2 to the bottom rail and try to bring the cue ball back. She wanted a little bit more out of that, but the cue ball was restrained by staying to the bottom rail. I have a feeling Vero is probably going to come off from the direction that we're looking, the right side of the 2, and maybe trying to get the cue ball behind the 4-6. So it looked like Vero opted to put the 2 ball up, trying to force Kennedy to kick into the 2 and maybe break out the bunch. So she didn't get it up there and ended up leaving Kennedy an option to play a safe back. Vero going to bring the cue ball back and using that 4-6 as a blocker. Kennedy going for the jump cue. Lining up. Jumps and makes a good hit. 2 ball leaks out a little. I think Vero has an option if she wants to play this in the side. I don't feel there's a benefit because of where the 4 ball is at. So it looks like she may either opt to cross bank it and go for the breakout or play another safe. Vero makes the 2 and she's looking at the 4 on how she's going to play this safe. She might be able to just slow roll it, bring the cue ball to the rail and back out and using the 6 as a blocker. Solid hit on the 4. So Vero got the safe behind the 9. Kennedy's going to look at a 1-rail kick. And she kicks and makes it. How did she hit it? Cue ball's drifting. So it looks like Kennedy's probably going to cross the left side of the 5, sending the 5-ball down table and using the 7-ball as a blocker, sending the cue ball 2 rails behind the 7. 5-ball up table down here by the 8. She just went the 1 rail. Sorry, the angle was a little deceiving from here, so she opted to just play the simpler shot and go in the 1 rail. Nailed it perfect with the 7-ball as a full block. Vero's looking at options on how she wants to kick. And guys, we have Lonnie Fox-Raymond joining us back in the booth. She decided I couldn't be left alone too long, so she decided to come back and make sure I wasn't up here breaking things.
That's not true. That is not true, folks, just so we're clear. That is not at all the case. How's everybody doing? You guys enjoying the Hill Thriller? Pretty awesome. Looked like Vero was going to take it pretty early, and Kennedy just kept right on, keeping
Grinded
on.
right
Yeah.
back. Little errors. Vero started making a little bit. She missed a tough 8 in the side pocket.
Oh,
And little things.
well,
And Kennedy's grinding hard, coming with some great outs, making some fantastic shots to grind back. It's been an
right, so
amazing match to watch.
the key is definitely going to be how she gets on the 7 from here. I think that is definitely going to be the key to the entire rack here.
Ship the cash. We have Lonnie Fox-Raymond, the voice of WPBA Pool, and Michelle Monk, a.k.a. the Candy Coated Killer.
With the coolest nickname ever. She
The
literally
Candy Coated
has.
M&M Killer.
Yeah, she literally has the best nickname. All right, so what's up, Mike? What's happening? How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Michelle and Frank did a great job keeping us up to date in this matchup. It's been a long one, though.
It's been long, but it's been a
Been a
great
long one.
match. A lot of safeties, a lot of strategic play, a lot of good shot making, smart shot making. It's had it all. We had a 9-ball golden break.
Oh, I have not seen one of those yet. That's awesome.
I believe Frank said he's seen it twice. Margaret, I believe, had one yesterday on the stream, and then Vero had one to tie the score at 5-5.
All right, so there you have it. There's been 2. I was not doing the Margaret match yesterday. That was definitely Frank. I think I was playing straight across from her at the time. All right, so she's actually in a great position to get on this 7 proper. I like her being closer to the left long rail, just so it's super natural to come around for the 8 next. That's not terrible.
She might need to spin this with just a
Yeah.
hair right, come around 2, maybe. I don't think I'd come to the 3rd rail here, but I think 2 rails out to the center leaves herself a natural cut on the 8 to just bring the cue ball back natural to the center of the table for the 9 to keep it very simple.
Yeah. Hi, Brenda. Brenda McNulty, how are you? Your donation did come through. I think they were dealing with some audio issues on the back end, so they didn't get that shout out, but I did remember. I have you wrote down, actually, so thank you so much. All right, so you're right. She's going to have to throw some spin on this ball. Like, if she had stayed closer to the left long rail, it would have been supernatural, right? Just a hair too much. But you know, you get a lot of adrenaline when you're hill.
And you tend to overamp just a little bit.
Just a bit. That 1 or 2 ball rotations makes a huge difference. All right. She doesn't want it to get straight, get flat.
Doesn't want to be on the rail.
Mm-hmm.
I think she has enough to maybe either she might be able to come up with maybe just a hair inside and catch the side rail out to the center, or she might be able to just hit this with a center ball and stun out to the center.
I like the high inside on this personally.
I feel like it's more, not natural, but I feel like it's going the way it wants to go.
Yeah, and you can go all the way through your stroke with it. No hesitation. Well played. Kennedy with the comeback.
Comeback kid.
All right.
Smooth
Pretty-
criminal.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. She's had a good event so far.
She's been playing really well. I was able to catch some of her earlier matches, and she's striking the ball very well. And there you have it,
Wow.
folks. Kennedy clawed back and pulls out the win double hill. That was an amazing match to watch.
Fantastic. All right, guys. We are going to be rebooting the stream between, for now, we're on our dinner break. And, what time does the next match start? 5 o'clock. So we actually only have a half hour to do all the things that we need to do. Congratulations to Kennedy Myman. That is going to be the end of the road for Veronique Menard, but she does come out finishing 17th through 24th, I do believe, which is the money round. So she'll be happy with that. Obviously, no one's ever happy when they have a chance to close it out and don't quite get there. But still, there's a lot of positives to take away. So congratulations to Veronique. Super big congrats to Kennedy. She is such a rock star. I want to say thanks to Frank Mieletti from Billiard Sports Network. And of course, he is our current director of technology here at the WPBA. And a really big giant, I'm going to have to hug her before she leaves the booth, Michelle Monk. I kind of stopped her downstairs while she was eating her lunch and was like, hey.
I appreciate you guys having me. I
Yeah.
apologize. It was my first time,
You did
so I
great.
fumbled a couple a little bit.
Yeah.
I accidentally put the digital pool commercial on trying to do the live score. So I was trying to figure things out, but we roughed through it. I promise it'll be better next time.
Well, it helps to
I look
have
forward to
Frank.
being in the booth with you
Yeah.
and Frank. And
Yeah. Are you sticking around?
Yeah,
Are you sticking
I
around?
do
Are you
plan on
gonna
sticking
be...
around a little bit until I catch dinner, maybe a little bit later. But
Mhm.
maybe I'll be up for the 5 o'clock round
Okay,
if you're
we'll
going to be
see.
doing that, or if you already have somebody.
I'm not sure. I got to check my messages. I've been playing, so I didn't
No,
look at
I'm
all
so
that
sorry.
stuff.
I didn't mean to bombard you.
You're okay. You're absolutely. And actually, I'm not opposed to that for sure. Guys, we're gonna take just a second to reboot. Guess who's coming up next on the 5 o'clock A-side matchup? None other than Christina Tkach, the current WPBA #1 player on tour, versus our very own Brittany Bryant, the bombshell.
Oh, that is going to be
So-
a match to watch. Make sure and tune in. Make sure and share it to your socials and bring anybody you in that might enjoy it, because this is going to be a great match.
It is. And then it looks like they're going to, and I'm not 1,000% sure. Let me check the bracket just to be safe. But I want to say that Savannah Easton will be playing in the table you can see in the top of your view.
Yes,
So
I
we're going to
believe
kind of
Frank
get a
said.
2-for-1. And I believe she will be playing against Maite Ropero, both A-side matches. Yes, so she'll be in the top of your view. And then, of course, we'll have KT and BB on the feature table. So everyone, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you all for all the donations. I really appreciate that. You guys don't have any idea how important that is for us. Special thank you to Frank Mieletti as well as Michelle Monk. My name is Lonnie Fox-Raymond, and you're watching WPBA Billiards on YouTube. We'll be back at 5 o'clock Central Time Zone.
See ya.